Hey guys, Gambling CS here with a video. Just watched Cutler Lever's video on the 5 things for zombie survival, and I figured it's been around long enough, might as well do one. So I've been thinking about it a lot, and the first one that really came to my mind was fire. So obviously I'm going to have some kind of fire source. Now this is just a Zippo. Got a couple other things. This is the one I normally carry. It's my only Zippo actually. Zippo, matches, and this little concoction I put together. Now, I'm not taking all 3 of these things, I'm just saying fire in general, that's what I would like to have as an essential. So these are just matches in the Zippo, like I said before. These, it's the split P lighter that you can find on CountyCom. They also have the bigger one, which is same size of these, I think, called the peanut lighter. Basically, it's just a really small lighter in a waterproof container. The reason I put it together with these 2 little pill capsules is because together, the 3 of them are all waterproof. I already chucked them in a sink and held them there for a couple hours. No water got through. What I did with these is I put some, what were they? It wasn't tissue paper. No, it was paper towels. There we go. I put some paper towels. This one was a used one. I just dropped it up really tight and squished it in there, and it's held pretty tight. I really don't want to take it out because it's a pain to get back in there, but it makes for some really nice tinder. This is just a smaller, compact version that I find is really handy. There's also other versions that you have, like you know, a bag and you know, just a lint, or like a dryer lint, or wood shavings, anything tinderish that you can find around your house. You just put in a bag and it's water resistant or waterproof. Just something like that. It comes in really handy. So that's my small version. That's the one I keep in my survival pack. So actually, these are the 2 things I keep in my survival pack. So anyway, that's fire. That's just really handy. That's one item. Second one is going to be rope. I wouldn't take this rope. This is polyester rope. It's good, but it's not as nice as I would like. This is about 30 feet. I would prefer about 50 feet of paracord because it's nylon rope. It's a little more elastic, but it'll hold a lot more. The breaking strength is a lot higher, so it can take a little bit more tension. It's the same size as this, about 1/8 inch, I believe. Another thing I really enjoy about paracord is that it has a cover for 7 nylon strands, like this, just really thin nylon strands put in there that gives it strength. And if you can cut it down, and then you have some kind of string, like if you're going to go fishing or something for survival, that you are going to be in the zombie apocalypse, so survival really has to play a big part in this. So if I'm going to be fishing for some kind of fish, then I need something that's a bit thinner than 1/8 inch rope. So that's really handy. It's just multiple uses, and string in general, you can use that for sewing up whatever clothing or material that's been ripped, or you put it together. It has a number of uses. It's really nice and very durable. Well, any synthetic rope is really durable, so that's really nice. Now, like everyone, they've got some kind of big knife. So this is my big knife. This is my kukri. I've done a review on it. I had to wrap it in this nylon ribbon because the leather was starting to crack, and even though I oiled it, the seam has already split off and broken and everything. I mean, that's a seam, but there's no thread on it. I mean, it's a 60-year-old sheath, so broken down quite a bit. It was also taken apart to try to figure out what was in it. Apparently, I knew these were for the Chakma and Kardak, or Chakmak and Karda, which are one of them is the kind of like a file, a sharpener for both knives, and then the other one's a smaller utility knife. Both of them in the same shape as the kukri in general, or from what I've seen. Otherwise, they're just small, like drop point blade knives. There's also smaller tools you could add in addition to these. This one has a smaller hole in between them. Like you can see 2 main slots, and then it's got a small circular one right there. I don't know what goes in there. Maybe a pick or tweezers or who knows what. So mine didn't come with those, sadly, but I am ordering them. But yeah, kukri, really handy. Mine's made out of 5160 spring steel. I know that because it was made out of Mercedes-Benz spring back in the day, and it's really been durable. I just had a friend, JP Futrell, Guitar Guy Futrell, on here on YouTube. Sharpen it up for me. It has a slight convex on the edge, and he worked that out for me, and so it's really progressed as a chopper, a lot better than when I had it before. I also cleaned it and oiled it and all that jazz. It's a great job. If you have any knives that you want to get sharpened, or convex or anything, I highly suggest JP. So check that out. I'll probably put them down in the descriptions. Anywho, so big knife, so that's item number 3, 2 being rope and 1 being fire, and then the last 2 are going to be knives, because I don't have any guns here. They're all back in Texas, sadly. So what I'm going to go for, so we've got 2 choices. I haven't decided what knives I'm going to take. I'm still kind of in the air about them, but I know I'm going to have 1 butterfly knife and 1 folding knife. The reason being that I believe the general idea of a butterfly knife is stronger than any folding knife, because the locks they have are dependent on something engaging into another object, while these are simply just held down by force, and it's just metal on metal holding it together. It's not necessarily spring tension or anything of that sort. So these I find are a lot stronger in general. Personally, I find them stronger than the triad locks, but I don't want to try to break any of these to figure that out. Anywho, so the 2 I have remaining, I gave away my Superfly, so I've got my VG10 Spiderfly with a nice recurve blade, which is really great for slashing and piercing because it is a modified spear point. So I've got that, and then I've got the classic Benchmade Model 42, nice Weedhawk design, very nice belly, gives you really good slicing power, and also really good penetration. I honestly don't know which one I would take. I think I might take the 42 simply because the handle's a little more ergonomic, especially for long, hard use. But I don't know. I really do like VG10 because it holds an edge just that much longer than this 154 CM. So I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But anywho, you guys can decide. Just leave a comment or a video response which one you would choose. Also, same for the knives. But this is item number 4, so butterfly knife. And finally, down to these 3 knives, we've got Bird Caracara that's been convexed by JP. Really great knife, phenomenal sharpness. I've already cut myself a couple times with this. Really great knife, 8CR13 MOV steel. We've got Buck Vantage Pro large with S30V steel, hollow ground, flat ground by myself, and Paul Bo's Heat Treat. Really phenomenal knife. I really enjoy this. I don't know why I took that out of camera. And finally, the Buck Strider 880. This one's 440A, but heat treated by Paul Bo's, and it also is a phenomenal steel. Obviously, it's a Strider design, which is a really hard use design, I find. So many different grips with all these knives. They're really phenomenal. They're all really great hard use knives, in my opinion. The hardest, or the least hardest, would be the Buck, but I've got the other 2 knives for really hard use, so these are more for delicate / everyday uses, well, medium to light duty uses, I'll put it that way. Anything else, I use my butterfly knife or my kukri. But yeah, I can't really tell which one of these 3 I'd really want to go for. Honestly, I would trust any of them in this kind of setup. So y'all decide. So choices are which butterfly knife, Spyderco Spiderfly or Benchmade Model 42, and then for folding knife, Buck Strider 880, Buck Vantage Pro large, and the Bird Caracara 2. So anyway, those are the things I would take for a zombie survival. If you want to do a video response or feel like doing this, go for it. I don't feel like tagging anybody because I'm not really sure who else watches this. So, yeah, anywho, thanks again for watching. Have a nice day.